Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of people embarrassing themselves on Twitter. This is a very unofficial series where I basically just take the piss out of people that have been absolutely destroyed on Twitter because they have nothing better to do than to slander Wuthering Waves by trying to create false narratives and then getting exposed for it. And I find it very, very funny that these people actually just get exposed for the most blatant lies possible. Of course, I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, do not believe a word that these quote-unquote betas say on Twitter. However, I must go over them because it is just unhealthy, I think. Just, like, not even for the game space. Of course it is for the game space, but I'm talking about for the people themselves. You know, I don't get how they just thrive off of this stuff. It's very embarrassing. So without any further ado, let's get on to the first tweet. So, here we are. Here's my Twitter screen. Yes, I'm on dark mode. Yes, I use Opera GX. And as you can see here, there's a few bits to analyze. So, this is a quote tweet of the same person saying, they nominated the one gacha game that's fucking unplayable on mobile for Mobile Game of the Year. Lumfow! And obviously that's in reference to Wuthering Waves being nominated for Mobile Game of the Year. Then of course they've quote tweeted themselves saying, like bro, and they've put this clip up right here. Jesus Christ, man. I don't even need to go through the full clip. As you guys can see, from what it looks like, face value, right, the game does not look that good. But it only doesn't look that good because they've decreased all their settings to minimum. Like, literally the lowest possible. And as you can tell, community notes have come in clutch. Original poster took a video that was originally meant to show how the game runs on low-end devices, but edited it to spread in misinformation. The sources include the video in question, first link, and other ones demonstrating how the game actually performs on typical devices. Okay, so if we watch these videos now, so as you can see, this is an iPhone 13, by the way. Not that new at all, right? And the game looks okay, actually. For mobile, it looks pretty good. You know, it runs smoothly. I'm seeing like maybe like between 60 and 30 frames, but that's to be expected on mobile. I'm not seeing much lag at all. Like at all. And then of course on a Samsung here, well, this is a Samsung S24, so it's gonna work well. But as you can tell, it looks fine. Honestly, it looks pretty good on the S24. It looks actually really good for a mobile game on the S24. That's crazy. And if you guys can tell that the first link that is in this community note, this video, is from this video right here. Wuthering Waves 2.7 best lowest graphics settings for mobile. So, you are literally putting the settings down to minimum to try and get maximum performance. As you can see. As you can see. Best lowest graphics settings for mobile. So, blatant misinformation. Absolutely embarrassing. Get a life. Ladies and gentlemen, it's sellout time. This video is sponsored by LD Shop. This super handy website is a safe and reliable way to get your top-ups, battle passes, and monthly cards for less. LD Shop covers lots of games like HSR, ZZZ, and of course, my favorite, Wuthering Waves. With these games, you can get guaranteed 5-star bundles and top-ups for a discounted price, meaning that you get more bang for your buck. To top up your Lunites, simply follow these instructions. First off, select your item, then click top up to proceed, apply your coupons and then select a payment method. Once you've paid, submit your game account details. Then the LD Shop team will handle the top up for you. Make sure not to log into the game during this process. Once the process is complete, they will log out and wipe all login records. And once that's done, you'll receive a notification. Make sure to log into your game afterwards to check if everything's there. And enjoy. If you're still unsure about privacy issues, you can always change your password afterwards for that extra peace of mind as well. And if you're an avid spender, you can bind your LD Shop account to your Wuthering Waves account for more convenient future purchases. For those who register using my link in the description, you'll receive a 15% off coupon with no minimum spend, and a cheeky 5% off bonus coupon from me as well, racking up total potential savings of $50. And for all the whales out there, if you spend $80 in a month, you can claim a free Lunite Subscription. Be sure to claim it on the homepage if you're eligible. Once again, if you're looking for a safe and reliable way to top up your account for less, use my link and use LD Shop. Now, back to your regular scheduled programming. Next up, we have this one. Now, this is a post by Steam Tontas, which I actually think is a parody account of saying Tontas, obviously, but it's a troll account, right? It doesn't have much, but still, the premise is the same, right? These no-lifers. Kuro really needs to step up their AI games. Like, come on. How hard is it to have someone double check the generated image before posting things like accessories consistency before posting them? It costs you less than 1/10,000th of the money spent on ads. So, image comparison here of Monetier in her original drip versus the proper drip marketing, as you can see, pointing out little inconsistencies like the patterns and stuff like this, right? Which is fair enough, but the problem is, if you just look at these two images, they're cutting out something that is a huge sort of deal. As if you look at the image at the bottom right here, it says image for illustration purposes only. Actual depiction may vary in game. I don't know. It's almost like that they can't get the consistencies right with every single piece of art, so that's why they have to put that there. It's almost like they're telling you that it's not going to be consistent with every single drawing. And of course, this harkens back to this post, and they're claiming it's AI, but it's not. The community note, again, there is no proof of AI in this thread, and the image below show no common signs of Gen AI. And of course, as I said, the community post does say that she's a work in progress and might change before release, which OP conveniently cuts off. There you go. Once again, embarrassing. Now, this one is very, very funny because I feel like this is the most pathetic, actually. This one is even worse. So, this is a quote tweet in response to the Steam tone test thing, right? Which also got community noted. Ah, dear. Okay, so they've put the Monetier image in, right? Likely AI generated into an AI image detection thing. Likely AI generated 89%. 89% Gen AI. Okay? Yeah? So, what I want you guys to now do is I'm going to try and zoom into this image, and I'm going to do something fun. Okay, I tried to get as close as possible, but I'm going to have to do this. So, you look at it here, right? I might zoom in on the video as well, actually. You look at it here. As you can see, what on earth is going on? You can see the inconsistencies already. Star Trek Academy logo has been absolutely butchered, first of all. The image is just lower quality, and I think the text is just not even there. It's almost like this image in itself was also ran through generative AI and then put through an AI detector to see that it's AI, to prove that it's, AI generated. It's crazy because obviously you look at the image, look at that, look at the Star Trek Academy logo there. No, sorry, Space Trek Collective, I learnt that. Thank you guys. And then you look at this. What's that? Genuinely, what is that? You look at her eye, it's not even red anymore. Where's the redness gone? It's not even there. So this guy has ran the original Monetier image through AI and just maybe told it to recreate it, right, like one-to-one. And then they have ran it through an AI generator to say that it's AI generated. How pathetic are you? And of course the community note says, OP ran the image through AI before scanning it to misrepresent the result and is a consistent Wuthering Waves hater with a history of lying and misrepresenting. Once again, embarrassing, misinformation spreader, absolutely ridiculous. And also, I'm pretty sure that JP has actually caught on to what's going on with the EN sort of, not, I wouldn't say the EN community because it's just a few select individuals that need calling out and shaming, but JP has caught on word of it now, so it doesn't make us look good, does it? And of course, there's this tweet right here, and we all know what this is because I covered it in a separate video. If you haven't watched that, please go watch that because I go into more detail about this. But yes, once again, this is just another sign of embarrassing behavior. And if you notice, all of these people, right, seem to have a bias towards a certain other company, perhaps. Not naming names, but we all know, guys, don't we? We all know why these guys are posting these. 6 million views, by the way. That is crazy. How are you getting a 3.5k likes to 6 million view ratio? That is crazy, dog. Jesus Christ. Embarrassing. And of course, the last one, right? This is, I'd say it's half satire, half not. Some people try and use it to take the piss out of Wuwa because Wuwa is supposed to be, in their eyes, supposed to be like a harem that has like really sort of a revealing characters. So, as you can see, Columbina has been changed here. I don't know how because I don't know Columbina's model because I don't play Genshin. But of course, this is an example tweet. Someone just said, X if she was in Wuwa, Columbina if she was in Wuwa, basically referring to how Wuwa makes really revealing characters. And some people just try to use this as like Wuwa slander, but it's just genuinely embarrassing. To be honest, right, it's used as a joke in the community, in the Wuwa community anyways. But yeah, it's just crazy the lengths that people will go to try and get any bit of clout. It's funny because I'm literally making a video about it, but name and shame, right? I don't give a shit if these guys get publicity, right? They can have all the publicity in the world. At the end of the day, right, if they like getting publicity out of spreading misinformation, then so be it. Genuinely. Let them eat cake. Because at the end of the day, it's literally just false, fake publicity, because all they have to do is be talentless and just spread misinformation about Wuthering Waves. But yes, that is all for this episode of, what was the title called? I don't even know anymore. But thank you all so much for tuning in. What do you guys think of these absolute morons? And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.